There is nothing I love more than seeing people prepare ahead of time. So really great to see those crews getting ready to go. And you guys should be doing the same thing, right? We'll dive into right now, and then we got to do a deep dive on this storm. Providence right now, 36 degrees. It feels chilly. It is dreary. It is murky. And it feels like we're about 30 right now. So bundle up if you're heading out. Later today, high temperature is going to try to get to the low 40s. With all the clouds, it's going to be a little tougher considering the lack of energy from the sun right now. Those clouds blocking it out, and some wind from the north as well. But the big changes happen as we head into tomorrow, and that's really what I want to dig into right now. We were just talking about how brutal the drought conditions have been. Take a look at the drought monitor. This is the latest issuance that came out Thursday of last week. You can see the red there. That's the extreme level, a 4 out of 5 level of drought for parts of Massachusetts. And then for Rhode Island, that severe drought, a 3 out of 5. Now, the good news about this storm is that it's short-term pain for long-term gain. The long-term gain for the drought is going to be tremendous. It's really good news in terms of not just making a big dent, but possibly busting some of our drought areas. That said, the short-term pain, it's something we got to get through here because it's going to be a really volatile day tomorrow. This is really all day on Wednesday, just before midnight. That's when this storm starts to come in with showers first, and it leaves us just after midnight on Thursday. Looking at 1.5 to 3 inches of rain total, even some thunder not out of the question. Localized flooding is a concern, and because the winds are going to be so gusty, this storm is so strong, we could actually see some power outages as a result, as we were just talking about. Here's the bulk of the storm right now. You see the red I just highlighted? The center of low pressure is currently to our south. It's going to essentially climb up the coast where you get another area of low pressure, another center to form, and all of that power and all of that moisture from both the Gulf and the Atlantic come into play as we move through tomorrow. So let's get into it here on Futurecast. Again, starting right around midnight, here come a couple of showers into southern New England, and bam! Look at your commute tomorrow. This is 8:30 on the clock, and you can see that soaking rain coming in, rumbles of thunder as well throughout the day. And the biggest thing I want you to notice is the rain doesn't let up. We just let the clock run out, and it looks almost the same in terms of the fact that the map is covered. As we get closer and closer to the center of the storm, things are going to get a little pushier in terms of the winds as well. So I want you to keep that in mind for the afternoon and the evening. Even in the morning, though, winds are going to be quite gusty. You get the picture, right? All day soaking rain, gusty damaging winds. Along the coast, we have some concerns. But I also want to make another point here for anyone who has to travel tomorrow. Take a look across New England at the snow depth map. This shows you how much snow is actually on the ground. This is all gonna melt. That's a problem because as you look into northern New England, you not only have the soaking rain, but the melting snow with temperatures in the 50s and near 60 for many places tomorrow. So if you had plans to head up to Manchester, New Hampshire, or Burlington, maybe you're going out to Maine, please make sure you are checking on conditions. They are going to be very concerning for flooding. Now back to home, I want to show you we do have an outlook from the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center, a marginal risk for those damaging and gusty winds. We also have a high wind watch here. You can see it in the brown for gusts between 45 and 60 miles per hour, especially along the coast. Wind speeds between about 20 and 35 miles per hour. So what can you do? Know where you live. Do you live in a flood zone? That's a really easy question to ask yourself and really important ahead of a storm like this. Know if you are susceptible to those rough winds and have a plan in place. Also, like Cara mentioned earlier, charge those electronics ahead of time. We can't go 5 minutes without our phone, so you don't want to be in that situation in an emergency or anything like that. Storm leaves on Thursday, still windy, and then it just gets cold as we get to the end of the week. A couple of showers back into the weekend.